What a treat it is to be here with you tonight. Now, you probably wonder, what is a 90-year-old guy doing up here in stand-up comedy? Well, I'll tell you. Here's the deal. My bucket list is down to just 2 items. Stand-up comedy, or sit-down comedy, and bungee jumping. Now, bungee jumping is where you jump off a 10-story building, tied to this rubber band that you just hope doesn't break when you hit bottom. The more I thought about that, then I recalled, when I was born, I came in because of a broken rubber. Now, I'm not going to go out the same way I came in. And when I was walking up here to the stage, I heard somebody say, "You don't look 90." And I wanted to just tell you, I thank you for your compliment. I may not look 90, but I'll guarantee you, I sure feel 90. The other morning, we got a call from our neighbors. And they said, "You're making too much noise having sex in the morning." I was not about to tell him, I was just trying to put my socks on. I think the noises we used to make in bed, now we make getting out of bed. Anybody here try online dating? Here's a multi-billion-dollar business with thousands of websites. Now, it doesn't make any difference how unusual your circumstances are, but I can guarantee you they have a website for you. Even if you are a transvestite truck driver from Lithuania who is a vegan with a foot fetish, there's a website for you. They even have a website for guys who have a small package. It's called Dinky Winky. Now, a lot of the old boys at our golf club are now trying to get into, they've been divorced or their wives have passed away. They're trying to get into this online dating business. And it's a whole new game for them because they've never seen anything like it. And one of our boys, William, he contacted this lady, said, "We're doing just fine," and talked about a month. And he asked her to go out to dinner. And she said, "Well, I can't go because I live in a gated community." And he thought, well, that seems strange. She lived in Big Canyon or Newport Coast. And then he found out, yes, she lived in a gated community. The gated community was the Orange County Jail. Then we have a friend, Charlie. He said, "I'm going to take the safe route. I'm going to Christian mingle." So he met up with a lady, and they went on for about 2 months. And he said, all of a sudden, she just went poof. And he said, what do you call that when all of a sudden they just disappear? And I said, "Charlie, I think that's called ghosting." And he said, "Yeah, but this was on Christian Mingle." And I said, "Buddy, you have been wholly ghosted." Now, the data shows that if you're in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, gentlemen, if you're looking for a lady who is in your age range, but might take care of you as you get older and she's got some money, the website you're looking for is a nurse with a purse. Now, ladies, if you're looking for a gentleman in your same age group, but he's not in the greatest of health, but he's loaded, here's your website. Bedpanning for Gold. With love and romance in the air, I was on my way to find some really sexy lingerie for my beautiful wife, Jody. And I get up to the window, I'm looking at the mannequins in the front window. And what I should tell you is that we met when we were in college. We were seniors in college. She was in 3 of my classes. I had 6 hours to go. I tried to get up close to where she was and introduce myself because I wanted to take her to coffee. And finally I did, but she said, "I can't go because I'm engaged." And I thought, oh no. So I put a marketing plan together. It took me a whole semester, but by the end of the first semester, January 6th, I got my very first date. It was magical. We went out the next night. We went out for 3 straight weeks. And I drove her up to the lake and I said, "Jody, I know I'm not your first love, but I want to be your last." And I said, will you marry me? And she said,
Yes!
take a bow, honey, take a bow. Stand up, let people see how. This took me so long to get this lady, you can't believe it. So here we are. We dated for 3 weeks. We've been married for 64 years this year. It has been a great ride. Now here we are. I'm standing in front of the window at Victoria's Secret. They're having a 60% off sale. Another 30% Victoria, and you got no secrets, honey. So I went in. Lady said, may I help you, sir? And so I explained the deal to her. She said, well, we'll have the perfect fit for your wife. And it must have beauty and contour and style and shape. And we have hundreds of different options. And I said, well, that's a lot more complicated than the symbol and the system that we used back in college. We weren't that advanced, but in terms of determining bra sizes for girls, we used the old ABC system. The bra size stood for almost. B was for bee sting. C was for cute. D was for damn. Double D for double damn. E was for enormous and F was fake. There was no way. We even had a distinction between Catholic bras and Protestant bras. Now the Catholic bras supported the masses. The Protestant bras, they just made mountains out of molehills. Now living in Newport and working in New York as I did for so many years, you spend an awful lot of time on American Airlines. Every time you fly east and west, you wonder who you're going to sit with for the next 5.5 hours. One night, I'm sitting next to Muhammad Ali, the heavyweight boxing champion of the world. Boy, was that fun. The stewardess came by when the pilot said, we're approaching some turbulence. We need to have you make sure that your seat belts are firmly fastened. So the stewardess came by, checked everybody. Of course, everybody fastened up except Ali. She said, Mr. Ali, would you please fasten your seatbelt? And he said, Superman don't need no seatbelt. She looked back at him and said, Superman don't need no airplane either. Now, I knew this was going to happen sometime. You know, when people get on the plane and they want to join the Mile High Club, they usually go in the restroom and lock the door. Well, we had a couple on a flight recently from New York to LA. Couple back in row 38, and coach decided to join the Mile High Club right there in coach in front of everybody. Well, now when the plane landed, the feds came aboard. They took the people right off. Now I'll tell you who I felt sorry for. It was the guy in the middle seat. I got a call from my grandson Eric here recently, and he said, Pop, I'm taking this course in human sexuality. And we're trying to determine how active seniors are in their love life. And I said, yes. He said, we're trying to find out how often senior citizens have sex. And I said, boy, they sure changed the curriculum since I went to school. And I said, well, I think I can help you here, Eric. You see, your grandmother and I, we have sex almost every night. He said, you got to be kidding. You're going to blow the lid off this survey. And I said, now listen to me carefully. We almost have sex on Monday night. We almost have sex on Tuesday night. And we almost have sex on Wednesday night. Now, George Burns probably said it best when he said, making love at our age is like trying to shoot pool with a rope. And the thing about senior sex is that when you're climbing Climax Mountain, when you get to the top, you don't know whether you're having a heart attack, an orgasm, or a stroke. You don't know. Now, Viagra has been helping out old guys for a long, long time. And they finally figured out just what it is that Viagra and Disneyland have in common. You have to wait a long time for a 1-minute thrill ride. Well, Viagra, that little blue pill that promises great things to come. Almost Monday night, almost Tuesday night, and almost Wednesday night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. What a beautiful hour.